Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode where I review my fountain pen related stuff that I found on flea markets. So, the last episode you saw the first part. It has been 2 weeks, I believe, since that episode. Today I've just returned from the flea market with these incredible findings. So guys, all that you see here, so right here on my desk, they cost me only 200 lays or approximately 40.44 euros or 45.08 American dollars. I think they are bargains, and I will tell you what I paid for each and every piece on this desk. Of course, some of them will be followed on my channel by reviews. Of course, on the full reviews, I will do writing samples on those pieces that have proper nibs, because you will see some pieces are just bought for spare parts. So let me tell you, let me start in this order. Let me start with this beautiful box. It is quite well built. It is in those two colors, so white, half burgundy red. When I open it, it is in incredible condition, clean as you can see, and it holded original a Waterman, I believe, a fountain pen. So I paid for this nice looking box only 10 lays, so 2.02 euros or 2.25 American dollars. Let's leave it aside. Next, I bought an unusual element for fountain pens. This is a box that holds spectacles. In fact, this box contained a pair of spectacles, but I often buy this box to host small items like this lady fountain pen. And incredible, I paid for this little box, which is a metallic box, and it has a nice pattern, as you can see. Let me give it a little zoom for you to see better the pattern. Yes, I paid for it only 5 lays, so approximately 1.01 euros or 1.13 American dollars, and I think it looks with this vintage aspect quite nice. Let's leave it aside. Now, one of my favorite finds. This is a beautiful stamp, or I believe originally it was meant as a press paper, so to hold documents on your desk. It is quite heavy. It is not silver, although it is engraved here, and maybe you can help me, guys, if you know the meaning of this engraving. I will appreciate it. So we have a B3 and I think a 51. And why not? At the top of B3, I think there is a rose or a flower or maybe a silhouette of an alien. I'm not so sure, guys. So maybe you can tell me about these engravings. It was definitely check out for silver. So right here it was peeled, you can see. So definitely not made out of silver, but look at this incredible design. So look at this art deco girl. When I first saw it, I thought it was a religious theme, like an angel, but instead it's this shape of a girl, quite nice. As a utilitarian purpose, you can use it as a press paper, or even you can attach here some kind of a stamp or a seal. You can even engrave your name on it. So quite an interesting find. And although the seller wanted double the price. So it wanted around 4 euros or 5 American dollars. But I managed to negotiate it, and I paid only 10 lays, so 2.02 euros or 2.25 American dollars. And I think it is the most beautiful find of today. Okay, let's leave it aside. Now, a little beautiful, beautiful mechanic pencil. I believe it has also a style of Art Deco. I like the fact that it has this ring here and it is in this unusual shape of a triangle. And of course, it is a lady model. It is a mechanical pencil, and I paid for it quite a reasonable sum. I paid only 20 lays or 4.04 euros or 4.51 American dollars. Let's leave it aside. Now, another beautiful Art Deco design in this celluloid, another lady model, and I believe that this fabric at the end of it, it is original. Look at this wear and tear. I think this is a model from the 1930s or the 1940s, and I love this pattern. This, I believe, it was made in Czechoslovakia or Bohemia, and you can see imprinted on it. It is a repeat fountain pen, repeat hermetic, I believe it's written right here. This fountain pen, I think it has its original nib, but I'm not so sure. Maybe it was fitted with a gold nib. Instead, now it is fitted with an iridium point USA steel nib. So this is it, guys. Quite in a rough state. You can see the ebonite feed at the back of it. Well, I didn't pay a lot of money for it. What is interesting about this fountain pen, I'm hardly wait to make its full review, is this filling mechanism. First, I thought it was a button filler, but instead it has this strange looking cartridge. Maybe you can help me because I'm quite puzzled by this design. I'm not so sure what to make of it, and maybe you can give me some ideas where to start on documenting myself, or a start where I can gather information about this small piece. For a beautiful looking fountain pen with an Art Deco look, I paid only 50 lays for it, or 10.11 euros, or 11.27 American dollars. Another great find. Now remember, guys, that at the first of the video I said to you that I buy some fountain pen for parts, and these two fountain pens I bought exclusively for parts. You will see that they are not in a perfect shape, but I paid an incredible price. So for both of these fountain pens I paid only 5 lays, or 1.01 euros, or 1.13 American dollars. Let's check them out. I will start with this fountain pen. You can see it has this AA logo on the clip. I know for sure that I reviewed this producer on my channel, so I'm not so sure it was an Italian or a Spanish manufacturer, but I will gather as much information as I can, and maybe we will do a full review of this piece. It is in pretty good shape. It has a personalization, so the previous owner was a gentleman, Air Leconte, maybe a French person, I don't know. It has, unfortunately, this nib. Let me show you the nib. So you can see the tip of this nib is gone. It remain only this part. I don't think that the plastic feed was affected. but you can see quite a bad looking piece. When I open it, we can see the syringe type of filling mechanism. I'm not so sure it can be operated. Yes, it can be operated. Look at it. I'm impressed. Maybe will do a review, but I'm not so sure that this nib will write proper again. So guys, this cost me around 50 cents, so I think it is okay. I can use the spare parts. The other piece, it's an interesting piece. I'm not so sure that you can see in this lighting, but we have a different material, metallic material. This is more, light color, and this is in that gray steel color. In fact, I believe that this is an original cap from a Parker 45, and I say that because we have an engraving here. So Parker 45, made in France. So I believe this could be an original cap, but I'm not so sure about this part. So definitely at the end we have a broken plastic feed. This is the nib. It seems to be like a steel nib. It has this interesting ending of the grip section. Again, I don't believe that this is the body of a Parker 45. Maybe I am wrong. When I try to open it, I see a simple system that uses cartridges, ink cartridges, or ink converters. So another find. Like I said, I paid only 50 cents for it, or 60 American cents. I'm not so sure, but around that. So for this sum of money, I think they are nice additions, nice spare parts, nice donor fountain pens. Okay, guys, now for the greatest deal of the day. So this was the beautiful, but this is the greatest deal. So it is a pack deal. I found myself a space pen, the so-called space pen. It is an interesting pen produced by Reynolds, and I hope you can see in this lighting. So Space Pen by Fisher, USA. It is an interesting legend about this pen. So the legend states that NASA invested around 3 million American dollars in developing writing instruments that can write in space. Probably you know, because of the lack of gravity in space, the principle of the gravitational force doesn't apply in space. So when you try to write with a classic writing instrument, we don't have that force of gravity that brings the ink onto the tip of the writing instrument. So the legend said that they invested over 3 million in developing a special ballpoint pen that could write in space, and actually that same problem was quite simple resolved by the Soviets in that time by simply using a classic pencil. You know that the pencil has that charcoal mine, and of course they can write with that mine even if there's no force of gravity. But this would be an interesting piece, and because I negotiated all of them, so I bought this one. I bought this beautiful etui, this leather etui. It seems quite old. It has some motifs, a floral motif here, and here it looks like a crown. But what I was pleased is the content of this etui, and I managed to find this beauty. this beauty. But too bad that this little beauty, it doesn't have a cap. So interesting. I I found, like you see here, um, warranted 18 karat first quality nib. Because it's an 18 karat nib, I presume it was sold on the French or maybe Swiss market. It has this beautiful, beautiful body. On the body, we have engraved manufactured française, so it was made in France. A gold starry marqué numero 255 depose. Depose. I'm not so sure about the filling mechanism of this fountain pen. Maybe it rotates like this. It definitely has some rotating part here, and I will try to find as much information as I can, guys, about this fountain pen. So I didn't tell you the wonderful price, so it was a package deal for this etui, this fountain pen without the original cap but with a beautiful 18 karat nib and the Fisher Space pen, and I paid for all of them only 100 lace, so only 20.22 euros or 22.54 American dollars. So I think I did okay, guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. This was my last flea market finds. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. I will see you again with another unboxing or maybe a review or another flea market finds in a few weeks. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Please stay safe and God bless you all. Bye bye.